Hello students, myself Rajesh Kumar Sharma, your biology teacher. Today we are going to discuss movement through plasma membrane. As in our previous lecture we have discussed about cell membrane or plasma membrane, its function. Today we are going to discuss movement of substances through plasma membrane. Let us start. A cell performs various functions to maintain its integrity. As I already told, the plasma membrane play an important role and acts as a physical barrier between the internal and external environment of the cell. The selectively permeable nature of the membrane regulates the entry and exit of some substances in the inside cell and out of the cell. This feature of plasma membrane helps to maintain the constant internal environment homeostasis of the cell and saves it from external disturbances. The following mechanisms are involved in the movement of substances through the cell membrane. What are those? First one, that is passive transport. Second, that is active transport. Third, that is bulk transport. What is passive transport? Passive transport refers to the movement of substances from one part of a cell to another part of the cell without the involvement of energy. Means in passive transport or passive movement of substances from one cell to another cell, there is no need to use or utilize energy. Clear? The passive transport usually occurs down the concentration gradients. The molecules like water, gases and ions pass through the plasma membrane by passive transport. The passive transport occurs by two ways. What are those? That is diffusion and osmosis. These are examples of passive transport. Diffusion. The movement of very small molecules such as water, gases and ions across the plasma membrane occurs through diffusion. Means from higher concentration towards lower concentration. Clear? The difference in concentration between the two regions is termed as concentration gradient. Means the difference, if there is higher concentrated solution and lower concentrated solution, then the difference of concentration between two solutions are called as concentration gradient. Similarly, in case of concentration of gases. Clear? Diffusion continues till the uniform concentration is achieved. Means if there are two solutions which have different concentration. The movement is takes place from higher concentration towards lower concentration until the concentration is becomes equal or uniform. In both cases, diffusion continues till the uniform concentration is achieved. It occurs down the concentration gradients or from higher concentration to the lower concentration. Okay, clear? Like when you open the perfume bottle, then perfumes moves towards environment or around the region. Means in bottle there is high concentration and other regions there is low concentration. Because of this region, perfume moves and try to maintain homeostasis. Thus, the process of movement of substances, solid, liquid, gas, from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration, so as to spread uniformly in the given space, is called as diffusion. Simply, we can say movement of substances from higher concentration towards lower concentration is called as diffusion. Now, diffusion of gases in the cell. How gases moves? As I give example of perfume. Similarly, in case of whenever there is dish which you prefer, it smells good, are preparing in your kitchen and the smell is coming out of the kitchen and you will feel what is cooking inside the kitchen. That is also because of diffusion of gases. Okay, diffusion of gases in the cell. The above activity diffusion outside of a living cell. However, you can also observe diffusion inside the cell. The cell membrane allows entry and exit of gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen by diffusion. Carbon dioxide is cellular waste that accumulates in the cell in higher concentration due to metabolic activities and needs to remove from the cell. CO2 in the external environment of the cell is very less in concentration as compared to the inside environment. Due to this difference in the concentration of the carbon dioxide inside and outside a cell, the gas moves out of the cell. That is, the gas moves out of the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. In the same way, oxygen enters the cell when the concentration of oxygen decreases inside the cell by the process of diffusion. This demonstrates that diffusion is vital for gaseous exchange within the living cell. Okay. Now, osmosis. Water molecules can diffuse easily through a selectively permeable membrane along the concentrated or concentration gradient. Water also follows the law of diffusion, but the process occurs faster in gaseous phase than in liquid and solid phase. The movement of water molecules through a selectively permeable membrane is called osmosis. Clear? The movement of water molecules through a selectively permeable membrane from higher concentration of water towards lower concentration of water is called as osmosis. The movement of water molecules across the cell membrane is also dependent on amount of solutes dissolved in the water. Thus, the concentration of water in a solution is inversely proportional to the concentration of solute present in it. Means if there is a concentrated solution, means higher the molecule of solutes and low solvent, and there is dilute solution in which amount of solute is low and concentration of water is more, then water is moves from dilute solution towards concentrated solution in which more solutes are present. Depending on the amount of solute dissolved in water, osmosis can be of two types: endoosmosis and exoosmosis. When water diffuses into the cell due to higher concentration outside of the cell, it is called as endoosmosis. When water diffuses out of the cell due to higher concentration inside the cell, it is called as exoosmosis. Next we will discuss in our next lecture. Okay, thank you.